Good morning, my fellow YouTubers. I'm riding my motorcycle today. Gorgeous Gracie, where is that girl? I can't even find her. Oh, there. Right there. But, it's like in the low 50s right now, and I have no wind protection. But I've always liked braving the cold, getting out there. Me and my brother in the 70s used to ski together all day long. Our main goal was to get as many runs in as possible. And, we didn't have the best gear. So, our clothing would become just soaking wet, half from perspiration and half from falling in the snow and getting wet. And that's not good conditions to be in 20-degree weather, to have wet clothing on. But we were so active going up and down the mountain that we were able to get through it. And, man, we would just go so hard all day. And then just at lunchtime, we would just usually get like a bowl of chili and a cup of hot chocolate. Or when I got a little older, coffee. But, it was just the best. And we would sleep so good that night. It was the third day, though, where the muscles would just start barking. And your ability to tolerate the cold would just start to wane a little bit. But before I got Ozzy, my dog, I got into really backpacking in freezing temperatures in the 20s and whatnot. And I'd have my crampons, I'd have my snowshoes, my trekking poles. I had a tent that was rated to 35 below, mummy bag. And, I just loved it. Just pitch a tent right in the snow. You can stomp it down a little bit, have a tarp, in between the tent and the snow. And just sleep with, really good sweatpants and a hoodie. And then you put the beanie on and the hoodie over the beanie. And the only thing that's showing is just a little bit of your face, And, man, sometimes it would snow in the middle of the night and you'd wake up with a whole fresh layer of snow all over your tent and everywhere. But, there were a few times when I didn't plan it properly and I'd come out and, in the middle of the night and have to start doing jumping jacks because I'd literally start feeling the beginnings of frostbite in my fingertips. But where there's a will, there's a way. And a little bit of knowledge on how to deal with those difficult, with that difficult type of challenging weather can go a long, long way. But what I want to mention is, Deuteronomy 22:5. The good Lord himself tells us that it's an abomination for a woman to wear anything that pertains to a man, and for a man to wear any clothing that pertains to that of a woman. And there's another verse, and I'm forgetting exactly where it comes from, that says that, for a man to act effeminate in any way is also an abomination to the Lord. And so, look at how God chose everything he wanted in this universe. And he chose to go to the cross out of love for us and lay his life down. He could have chose a much easier pathway. So we have a very, very manly God that appreciates men to be men and women to be women. That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate for me to even say in 2024, almost 2025. But I don't care. I'm just a sojourner passing through this world. I don't need to be politically correct because God never changes. God's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And, that's nothing against women. When I was a kid, me and my brother would, do our part. We would go hunting and we'd bring home quail, dove, and or rabbits. And we would skin them. We would pluck off all the feathers. And it was my mom's job to cut it up and cook it. And then there's a beautiful symbiosis when you sit down to eat. It's like everyone did their part. And everyone gets to enjoy the meal together with some laughter and whatnot. But I'd like to motivate anyone I could to get out there in the cold, even if you're just going hiking for a day, and bring some of the gear you need, maybe some good waterproof boots or some fingerless gloves or finger gloves, and just get out there and if it's hunting that you're into, do some hunting. If it's backpacking, strain yourself, push yourself to where you're sleeping good at night, just like my brother and I after skiing all day in wet clothing. I just want to motivate people to not let the cold keep you from doing things that are a little challenging and cause some unpleasant sensations, and maybe get your fingertips a little bit cold, or maybe cause your lips to get a little bit chapped. Because this life is short, and God gave us, look at this beautiful place where I am. God gave us this beautiful, beautiful earth. And today is, November 5th, the day of voting. And everyone's just watching news and all concerned about, is the country going to burn down? Or, after tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Sometimes just forget all that and just go out in God's wonderful creation. I'm sitting here watching these birds of prey. You probably can't see, but you've got beautiful, beautiful red-tailed hawks out here. And, my love of watching these birds, these predatory, big, beautiful birds, started when I was a kid, 8 years old, and my grandfather's ranch, and I'd get kicked out of the house for 3 hours alone and have to wander the mountains. And I would sit there and watch the red-tailed hawks do their mating rituals. And then recently I lived in San Pedro, where you actually had peregrine falcons. And there was this one cliff, and the wind would kick up right there, and they would just love to be flying high, see something, and then just totally fold their wings back. That's the fastest animal in the world. They can fly 164 miles per hour. Wow, with no goggles on. Because I always thought, how do their eyes do that? I can't even drive my motorcycle at 50 without some glasses on. But now I got this place. You can come out here and the sky is just littered with them. And then sometimes you'll watch the crows that are smaller, so they're a little bit more agile in their maneuvering. And they attack these red-tailed hawks or these other hawks, because the hawks like to go raid their nests and eat their eggs. And so the crows are always giving a hard time to the birds of prey. But I hope I was able to motivate someone. You see the mountain over there? It's got snow on top of it. That mountain right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. I hate how you can't zoom in while you're already filming. But anyways, share with me what you like to do in the comments that's challenging and that causes some physical discomfort, even maybe some physical pain that you have to work through. Or if you're a woman, tell me how you like to be good to your man, and maybe make a nice home, prepare him a sandwich. Because, there's so many problems in the married life these days and family life, and most of it stems from us not fulfilling our biblical roles that God described to us. So leave a comment, hit like or dislike. I hope some of you found something of value in this video. I love you. I pray for you. I bless you. Amen.